are live. Welcome, everybody, to what is this, the 47th episode of Playtest This? Is that true? Did I just make that up? That sounds true. 53rd? I don't even remember now. I already closed the thing that would have said. Anyway, welcome, everybody. How's it going? With us, we have a star-studded panel, including Mike Nichols. Please introduce yourself.
Hi. Yeah, Mike Nichols. I am a fledgling designer, longtime gamer. Um, I have a couple projects that are in the works. I have one small card game that I'm finishing up the design work for and getting the box prepped and ready.
Nice.
I don't know what the end goal for that's going to be, Kickstarter or publisher. I've pitched it a couple times, and the feedback is you have to publish it, just not to, or you have to pitch it, just not to us. So I don't know what to do with that yet. Um, but yeah, I think of 5 years in the hobby and probably 6 months designing.
Nice. Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks for jumping in.
Yeah.
And what's the is it have you got a more finalized name for your first project?
The first project's a quick set volleyball.
Oh, Quickstep Volleyball. Okay.
Yep.
I
So
was
it's just
thinking,
a small 36 card game.
yeah.
So I've heard and read that you should start small. So that was the goal.
That is what they say. This is not what I did, but that is what they say. Um I am Evan Halbert. After the Empire is my first game, go buy it in a bunch of copies. There's also a solo mode. Go buy that. It's separate because we designed it later. And then I have a whole bunch of other things in the works. So when those come out, buy those too. Sasha, welcome.
Thank you.
Um,
Um,
Normally you are a star-studded panelist. Today
that's me.
you are a star-studded guest designer,
Oh,
bringing on Dovecote. Why don't you tell us about Dovecote?
yeah. So, Dovecote is a game that is about the wonderful world of pigeon keeping. Um, in this game, we're all sort of growing our flock of birds as we try and be the first to accomplish 4 milestones. And it is a fairly simple base concept of rolling 4 dice and choosing one of them that you are not going to be using and using 3 dice. But yeah, anyways, Dovecote is a structure for housing pigeons. That's where the name comes from.
All right.
Yeah,
How do
I
we
mean,
do it?
I could get into the teach if we want.
Should we? Oh, we never actually officially introduced you.
Yeah.
Tell
So
us about yourself, Sasha.
I am Sasha. I'm a designer, also from Portland, Oregon. I love game design. I love it so much that I started teaching game design to elementary schoolers and middle school kids.
So cool.
The after school program. Have a blast doing that. But then have a bunch of different designs I'm working on. Dovecote is probably my design that I've been working on the most this last 6 months, and really sort of pushing forward. But I have several other designs sort of in the works as well. But this is the one that I'm sort of most has the most time into it
Yeah,
this year.
cool. Now, we have seen previous versions of this,
Mm-hmm.
and by we I mean me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I've been on playtest this before with Dovecote, so
Yeah,
some regular viewers would
some
probably
regular viewers
recognize it.
might know. So tell us, what has well, give us a teach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Dovecote. Each person has a Dovecote, which are these boards in front of you, your basic player board. You'll notice that each player starts with 4 birds, 1 bird of each of the 4 colors. And the goal of the game is to be the first person to complete 4 milestones. So this is something that is a little bit new. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull out some
Sweet.
milestones. So we're trying to compete to be the first person to get all 4 of our little markers out onto this board. So I'm going to sort of explain how a turn basically works, and we'll sort of get to what these milestones mean and how you can use the dice on your turn to accomplish these milestones. So on your turn, you will roll the dice. There are 4 dice. There's 1 dice representing each of the 4 colors. And you will choose 3 of the dice that are going to be actions for your turn. And the 4th die that you do not choose will then be given to all the other players to be able to use. So if I rolled this on my turn, I might start with something like taking this red egg symbol. And we have a little player aids in the middle here if you want to reference, but the egg symbol allows me to do one of 2 things. It lets me either lay eggs of this color or hatch eggs of this color. Now, since we just started the game, I do not have any red eggs, so I'm going to choose to lay red eggs. And laying red eggs means for each paired red bird that I have, I will get 1 red egg. So at the start of the game, I have 1 paired red bird, so I get 1 egg. That egg will then go in the nest with that bird, and this action is done. If, for example, let's say I had some more birds, the game had progressed a little bit. Let's say my dovecote looked like this. If I chose to lay red eggs right now, I would get a total of 3 red eggs because I have 3 red paired birds. And I would get to lay 1 egg here, and I would get to lay 2 eggs into this nest. You'll see right here that there are 2 slots in each nest. So once a nest has 2 eggs in it, you cannot put more eggs in that nest. And that is the lay action. So let's say, again, the game has progressed a little bit. I have this red egg action, and instead of laying, I want to hatch. So using this red egg action, I can choose any number of red eggs that I have and remove them from my board. So I'll take these 3. For each red egg that I'm removing, I get to draw 1 card off of the top of the red egg deck. So I draw 3 cards, and then I get to place these cards into my dovecote however I wish, into open spots. And what happened right there is I just drew 3 red birds, but something that you may notice as you are drawing cards from a specific deck, not all of the cards match the color of their back. So in this game, 50% of each of these decks is the color of the back, or matching the back. The other 50% is an even distribution of the other 3 colors. So basically, you're 1 in 6 to get a specific off color. You are 50-50 to get the color of the back. And so that is the laying and hatching. Now I'll move to the next symbol. So let's say my turn was happening. I use my red egg action. Next, I'm going to choose this action. So the bird action lets me do one of 2 things. Either I can send 1 bird from my dovecote over to be a carrier pigeon in this little sideboard here, your carrier pigeon area. And what that does is this carrier pigeons provide passive income. So you'll see on this carrier pigeon board, it says $1 per bird per payday round. So every other round is going to be payday round, and I'll sort of explain that really quick, or explain that in a little bit. But essentially, every other round, you will get 1 money for every carrier pigeon you have. So having lots of carrier pigeons gets you lots of passive income. So that's why you'd want to send a bird to be a carrier pigeon. Also, the other option for the bird icon, if I didn't want to send a bird to be a carrier pigeon, I could instead spend $2 to buy 1 bird. So I'd spend 2 of my coins here, to buy the top card of any one of these 4 decks, and that would go right into my Dovecote in a space that I wish. That is the bird icon. Now, finally, I'm going to go over the money icon. So a money icon is the last icon, and the money icon lets you just do one thing. Money icon lets you sell stuff. So with the money icon, when you use it, you get $2, and then you can sell as much stuff as you want from your Dovecote or your carrier pigeon area. So any stuff that you have, you can sell. So birds sell for $1 each. Eggs sell for 2 for $1. So eggs, you'd have to sell 2 eggs to get $1. And you can sell any combination of birds and or eggs with 1 money symbol. So for example, if I use this money symbol right here, I might want to sell like 4 birds, and I would get a total of 6 money, 2 for the initial 2, and then 4 money for selling 4 birds. And like I said, it could be a combination. So if I had some eggs as well, I could sell 4 birds and 2 eggs, and that would give me a total of 5 money from these, and then the 2 money from the money symbol itself. Hopefully that sort of makes sense. This is one of the sort of new changes, and so I'm still figuring out the best way to both explain it and then visually show it. So hopefully it's relatively clear. And now I'm going to sort of move into, since we explained the different symbols. So I chose these 3 dice for my turn. I performed these 3 actions. The die that I did not choose is going to go in the center of the board here. And that is going to be the action that everyone else at the table gets to use. So now both Mike and Evan would both get to lay or hatch blue. And that would be the end of my turn after everyone had completed their actions. After I did my 3 actions and you all did the 1 action. One thing to note here, whenever you are placing a die in the center, it will always be an egg action. So no matter what I rolled, let's say I chose these 3 dice to use on my turn, the 1 die that I choose to give up will always be flipped to its egg side and then placed in the center. So on other players' turns, you are always going to get an egg action. But they get to decide what color. So that is what a turn looks like. Once everyone has a turn, the round marker right here will progress 1 space, and that will determine what is going to be happening right then. So when this progresses to right here, this is going to be a payday. So these little money icons mean payday. And that is, you get 1 money for every carrier pigeon you have. Next, once it moves over here, this is a contest. So what happens when this marker lands on a contest is we flip a bird and perform, when we land on here, we perform a contest of a bird that is here. In the beginning of the game, there's no bird here. So we flip our first, and we'll see that the next time we come around this circle, we will be doing a contest for green birds. Sorry, I just realized right now I haven't actually done a teach in a little bit, so bear with me as I struggle through my teach a little bit. Definitely ask questions. Yes, contests are going to be happening every other round once the 2 initial cards are out. So if this came around to right here, then we would be doing a contest for red birds. After the contest for red birds happened, then it would be replaced by a new card. And so the next time it comes around back to this side again, it would be for yellow. But what a contest means is when there's a yellow contest, we are each going to be competing to do the best with that color. So what a yellow contest means is for each yellow bird that you have in your Dovecote, you get to roll 1 die. And it doesn't matter what color die you choose, because we're trying to roll to get bird symbols. So for example, let's say I had 2 yellow birds in my Dovecote. I would get to roll 2 2 dice, and then for each bird symbol that I roll, I would have 1 point in this contest. Let's say Evan had 3 yellow birds in his dovecote. He would get to roll 3 dice, and he rolled 2 birds, so he's currently beating me in the contest. And now next, I'll say Mike is rolling 4 dice. So then Mike will roll 4 dice, and then Mike got 2 birds as well. Okay, so Evan and Mike are tied, so they have to do a roll off. So Evan will get to roll 3 dice again, and Evan will get to roll 4 dice, and you go until one person has the majority. So in this case, Evan got 1, and then Mike got 2. So Mike wins the contest, and that means that Mike gets to place one of his cubes on the contest spot for that bird. So Mike just got one of his cubes onto the board. He's 1/4 of the way to winning. So that is basically how contests work. Again, contests are going to be happening every other round, and you're going to sort of be able to see what the upcoming color contest is going to be by looking at this board here. So that is contests. Let's go over some of these other milestones here. So contests are one way to get milestones onto the board. We have 4 first come, first serve spots up at the top here, and we are playing with 3 players. So let me flip these 2 over. So we have these first come, first serve spots up here. So what this is saying right here is if you have a carrier pigeon of each color, then you get to place your marker, your milestone marker, and take that spot. This one right here is if you sell 2 birds of each color with a single money icon, then you get to place one of your markers right here. This one is selling 3 of each egg color with 1 money icon. You get to place a marker here. And this is having a total of 12 birds of the same color in your dovecote.
Whoa.
And each of these spots, like I said, are first come, first serve. You'll notice that these 2 spots have 2 locations, so 2 people can claim these spots. And then our last sort of milestone location is a space in here. This is a option that multiple people can get, but there are a limited number of duck ponds. So in this game, there's 1 duck pond less than the number of players. So only 2 people will be able to buy a duck pond over the course of the game. So the first 2 people to buy a duck pond will be able to get this milestone. Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, that was a somewhat rough explanation of the overall rules. Other little things that you can do on your turn. You may have noticed that you have a upgrade spot for your carrier pigeons. So initially, you can only have a total of 3 carrier pigeons. That's what these sort of 3 slots are here for. But you can spend $6 on your turn to flip this over to get another 3 carrier pigeon spots available to you. Same other things that you could buy. You can buy additional dovecote level. So you could buy additional level so that you can have more birds total. Or you can buy a duck pond, which is something that is just a sort of vanity item. It looks nice, and you get to take the milestone spot.
Watercolor.
Yep. So that is pretty much that. Do we have any questions? I'm sure there will be questions because
I have a question.
Yes.
Did you do away with contest consolation prizes?
Oh, I did not. That is, thank you for reminding me. So during a contest, if you do not win the contest, you get a consolation prize, which is you get $1 for every bird that you had entered in the contest. So for example, if you entered 5 birds in the contest, but the person that entered 3 birds won the contest, you're still going to get something. And in this case, you'd get $5 because you entered 5 birds into the contest.
Cool.
So in general, you want to have as many birds as you can going into contests, because at worst case scenario, you're going to get money, but you can also get milestones.
Second
Oh,
question.
yes,
Can you buy any number of things on your turn at any time?
correct. Yep.
Okay. That was it for me.
And one other thing that I did not state clearly is so these contest spots, these are sort of king of the hill spots. So if you win this contest, then you get to place it here. If then this would change out. If the next time this comes around, if someone wins the red contest, they would get to bump off my cube and place their own cube there. So contests are going to be something that are going to sort of switch whose cubes are on the board. All the rest of the spots are, once your cube's on the board, it cannot be moved.
Also, I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but I cannot put 2 cubes here, right?
Correct. You can only complete each milestone once. Yeah, and again, first to get all 4 of their cubes onto the board wins the game. And that is the gist.
Mike, any questions from you?
2 quick clarifications. Yeah. I'm assuming that on the boards, mm-hmm. the pairs are the 2 that are connecting with the
eggs.
Yep. Okay, so that's a pair, and then there's no benefit to pairing a blue with a blue.
There's not a big disadvantage. So 2 blues in the same nest together, you would get 2 blue eggs here if you did the blue egg action, but that would essentially be the same as if you had those blues paired in different groups. It is pretty similar. The disadvantage would be if you wanted lots of blue eggs, you could only have 2 blue eggs here, whereas if you had it like this and you laid blue eggs twice over the course of 2 different turns, then you would be able to have a total of 4 blue eggs, because this spot could have 2 blue eggs and this spot could have 2 blue eggs, if that makes sense.
Yep. And then if I want to buy upgrades, that's anytime during my turn, or is it
anytime during your turn. Yep.
Okay.
And I think that's pretty much it.
Mr. Tilwith, can you now buy any number of Dovecote expansions? Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And that question is a reasonable question, because you used to only be able to have 4 levels. You can keep buying more levels if you want. It's definitely gets to a point where I think it is not advantageous at a certain point, but certainly if the game goes long, I could see that happening.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
And we're toying around with if we want to have like a very specific hard cap on the number that is in the supply of right. levels, or if it's something that is not going to happen enough to really be like that big of a deal.
Cool.
Okay, sweet.
Let's do it.
So as far as setup, I think we are good to go. Why is this showing up as okay? There we go. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Should I start, or would someone else like to start? Last person to see a pigeon.
Last person to see a pigeon. Oh gosh, I don't know the last time I saw a pigeon.
In person, I've never seen a pigeon.
Oh, really?
It's because they're not real. No, I don't know.
Okay. Well, fine. I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, there's a little scripting button to roll the dice if you want to use it. Okay. So I think I'm just going to start by laying red. I will lay blue, and I will lay yellow. And that means that I'm going to give you guys green. I don't know why. Okay,
Greeny.
So you guys each get to lay or hatch green. In this case, you don't have any green eggs to start, so you probably want to lay. And that's my turn. Now it's Evan's turn. Oh, I just realized And this is partially because my teach is I definitely haven't been teaching this game much the last month and a half, but also because Evan has played this game several times. Mike, this little thing down here, this is a good thing to know about. This is a helpful tool that will allow you to slightly modify your dice rolls to help you if you didn't get a symbol that you wanted. So essentially you can flip this marker over to change the face of any one of the dice that you had rolled. And if you wanted to reset this so that you could do that again in the future, you would just have to spend any one die symbol and then you get to flip it back over.
All right.
I will I will lay blue.
Okay.
You all hatch. Let you all hatch red.
Okay.
Or lay red, whatever.
Yep.
And I will take $2.
Okay. And then you may sell things if you want.
I do not want to sell anything.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, Mike's turn.
Whoa.
All right. I can do these in any order.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll give you the blue.
Okay.
I'll take my yellow. And then the money I'm going to spend. I can spend what, 4 to get 2 birds?
So the bird symbol lets you buy a bird.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, buy 1 bird. I was looking at the okay. So I can sell birds.
For 2 blue, huh?
I'm gonna send 1 bird to the carrier.
Okay.
And then I will sell. No, I'm not gonna sell. Okay, I can just not use that die, right?
Well, if you use the money symbol, you gain 2 money, and then you can choose
and
to
then I
sell
may
stuff if you want.
Okay,
so you
I'll
can just use it
to
to gain 2 money if you want.
Yep. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see the may.
That's all right.
Is this our money? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Then I am all set.
Okay, excellent. Okay, that is everyone in the round. So the round marker moves. Is now payday. So now everyone receives 1 money for every carrier pigeon they have, which in this case, Mike receives 1. And then I will start my turn. Okay.
It's pretty sweet.
Let's see. Don't really want to give up red because we have a red contest coming up at some point.
Come on.
But also at the same time, red wouldn't do anything for Evan. So,
so it's always nice to screw me over.
Okay, I guess I will flip my assistant over to change this die to the egg symbol.
I believe that's egg-sistent.
Egg-sistent, yep, exactly. And I will lay 2 blue eggs. And then with my bird symbol, I will send this blue bird to be a carrier pigeon. And then I will give you all. I think I'm going to give you guys yellow.
Okay.
And I'll take green for myself. That's my turn.
So you gave us yellow. Is that only laying eggs, or can I also hatch?
Yeah, egg symbol is lay or hatch. So if you have yellow eggs, you can hatch them. Yep.
I'm gonna turn this.
Just grab a yellow card.
Yep.
Eggy, eggy, eggy.
Sweet. And I did promote you guys, so if you want to ever delete eggs rather than put them back in their containers, it's a little bit easier in TTS.
I will give you green.
Okay.
And I will send this green bird I'll send this blue bird. This blue bird away. And then I will make $2. 1, 2.
Sweet.
And then a bird is worth
$1.
$1. No.
Okay.
That's it.
That's so funny. Yeah, that works. I haven't actually seen that with these dice yet.
All right. I'm going to. I'll give you guys yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow.
Yellow.
All right. Then I'm going to do my blue eggs here. He's not paired, so I can't
Correct.
do
Got it.
that. So then I'll send him to the carrier.
Okay.
With that, and then my money, I'll just get 2 money.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. So the round marker moves, and normally this landing here means that we would do a contest, but since we are just starting the game, we now just reveal what our second contest will be once we get around the board. Okay, so now I will start. Let's see. Sort of want to get going on that. Here pigeon thing. Mike is looking decent on it though. Can't let him just have it. I will. Let's see. Let's take.
A fight.
Don't want to give you guys red, so I'm going to take this one for sure. And okay, this is what I'm going to do. I will give you. Don't want to give you yellow. I guess I'm going to give you green.
Green.
Sorry, Mike.
It's a hole I dug myself.
Okay. And let's see. I do sort of want to get my red eggs going, so I'm going to spin this die to flip my assistant back over. And then I'm going to use my assistant again to make this into red egg. Lay 2 red eggs. And then this bird symbol, I will send.
Choose wisely.
This bird to be a carrier pigeon. And that's my turn.
All right. Chow. The one I want is not on the egg side. I see how it is. Ah, my gosh. So let's give you Sons of Guns. I think I gotta do it. Let's give you guys yellow.
Okay.
Just to be a gentleman.
And
then I will ditch the blue to flip this.
Okay.
Do 3 greens. 1, 2, 3. And I already sold my greens. And then I'll lay some reds.
Very nice, very nice.
Das ist alles.
Okay, Mike's turn.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and give you guys the red.
Nice. I will hatch 2 reds.
And then I will use my yellow to hatch my egg. Here. And then my blue, I'm going to buy a bird. I don't have to buy a blue bird, do I? I can buy any color.
No, you just get the top card of the deck of your choice.
Okay. So I'll buy 1 green. That is 2 money.
Yellow.
2 money.
But it is an upcoming contest bird, so.
And then I get my 2 money. There we go.
Cool, cool. Okay, and then round ends. We all get 1 money for every carrier pigeon we have.
Okay.
And I will roll. This is going to be the last turn before our first contest happens, which is going to be for red. So again, I do not want to give up red here.
Come on.
I don't think I want to give up yellow either.
Come on.
And green looks very good for Evan.
Come on.
So I guess I'm going to give up blue this time. Oh, yeah. I guess
Why are
I'm
you
giving
so
up blue.
worried about what I'm doing? That's what I want to know.
I'll use. I think I'm going to use this green to reset this die. I will hatch. Do I want to hatch? No, I will lay yellow. 1, 2, 3. And then with my money symbol, I guess I will just collect 2 money. Oops. 2 money. Okay, that's my turn.
Wow. Let's see. I think I'm going to lay red. Nope. First, I'm going to buy one of these.
Very nice.
And then I'm going to hatch the blue. Then I'm going to lay red. Close enough. And then I don't want to give you yellow, so I'm definitely giving you all green.
Classic.
And I will put
There's nothing for either of us.
I will put a green bird. Is that right? I will put a green bird. Or I can also buy a bird. I don't have any money. Great, that's what I do. Done.
Okay. Too sweet.
Or, instead of that, I'm just going to spend that die to flip this over.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay,
Set
that's
up your next turn.
That's it.
Right. Well, we're definitely doing these three. That's so much green on Evan's side, though.
I know.
That's so much green.
You can always change it to the symbol of your choice with your assistant.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then I actually don't know how to turn this.
Just hit number 1 through 6.
Okay. Yep, we're gonna do that.
Ooh.
All right, so we are going to just go down the row here, and we're gonna buy a blue and a green.
You can do one at a time if you like, because the first one might be a color of the one that you wanted or something.
Well, that's good. I don't remember what color that was. Okay. I'm gonna grab the green. Still no
Sasha,
green.
he was being nice to you.
With what?
He could have got that achievement.
Oh yeah, he could have. So just as one of the milestones is having a pigeon of each color in your carrier pigeon area. I'd be fine with letting you roll that back because it's something that you just didn't see.
No, that's fine. I was thinking it had to be blue and green.
No, yeah.
But okay. Yep. No, that's fine. That's just a misplay on my part.
It's also a rules thing. Like I get why you would think that these could only be green or blue, and it's something that I didn't clarify. I don't think in my teach. So
that's okay. It'll come up.
Okay.
I'll get the eggs. We've got yellow coming up anyway, so we'll see how it plays out.
So you're giving us red?
Yeah, you guys are getting red. Sorry.
Okay.
Red. I will hatch.
Not again. It better not be red birds.
We will find out. Red bird, red bird, red bird, red bird, red bird, red bird.
Okay. Oh, two yellows though. Okay, and that was the end of your turn. So now we have the red contest happening. So now we're each going to roll dice equal to a number of birds that we have entered in the contest, which is the number of that color bird that we have in our dovecote. So in this case, I'm going to be rolling 3. So I'm going to take 3 of the dice, go ahead and roll them. And I got 1 bird symbol. Evan's going to be rolling 4. 0.
No birds.
And now Mike rolls 3. 1 bird. Okay, so we're each going to roll 3 again. So I'm going to roll 3. I didn't get any. Now, Mike, you just need to get 1 or more. Still none. Okay, we roll off again. I got 1. Now, go ahead. Got 1 again. Okay, we'll get it. 1. Back to you. 2.
Hey,
okay, Mike wins. So you get to place your cube here. And now Evan and I each get money equal to the number of birds that we entered in the contest. So I gained 3 money. Evan gained 4 money.
Do we change out the card now?
And the red gets taken away and gets replaced by a new. So now the 2 contests that we're going to have to be worrying about are yellow and blue. Okay, and that is how the contest worked. And so now my turn starts with this new round. Okay. Yellow, I just need to go for yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 4. get 4. Go like this. And then I will go ahead and I think I'm also going to get a Dovecote level. And then hatch blue.
Oh, did you have a bunch of money I didn't see?
I had 12 money.
Oh.
I just deleted 10 of it. Hatch 2. Okay, and then I guess guess I want some money. So our milestones are selling 2 of each color bird or selling 3 of each color egg. I guess I'll get rid of yeah, I'm gonna give you guys green, and then I'm just gonna get 2 money for now. I don't want to sell any birds yet. Okay, that was my turn.
Well then, let's see, what do I definitely not want to give away? I don't want to give away yellow. We know that for sure. 1, 2, well, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are gonna, we'll give away blue. Yeah. That's toughy. We're not gonna give away blue. We're gonna give away green. Or do I want to hatch green? We'll give away green.
Yeah, really drive in that stake into Mike.
Yeah, I really need a green bird at some point.
Go. And then I will take this here red bird. This here green bird. Stick it in here. That's it.
Okay.
Money, money, money.
Yeah, not
All
great.
the money.
Not great.
You do always have your assistant to help you when you're get symbols that you don't want.
So I'm going to give you guys green again.
Okay.
Because then
I will hatch green. 1, 2,
I'm going to
4.
use my yellow to hatch all my yellows.
I guess I will only hatch 3 of them.
There's 3, 2, 3. Golly.
That's a lot of blues. Huh. Interesting. I mean, there's going to be a blue contest.
All right. And then I'll just get 4 money.
Okay. You can't always spend a die to flip this over, but yeah, 4 money.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll save it for.
Cool.
I feel more comfortable when I have a lot of money, so.
Fair enough. Okay. Now payday happens. We gain money equal to the number of carrier pigeons we have.
$2.
And I will roll. Okay, I will take the yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go. I like yellow eggs.
Ridiculous.
And then let's go. Well, I'm going to give you guys blue because I want this milestone. I'm going to spend $6 to flip this carrier pigeon thing over, and then I'm going to send a red and yellow bird to be carrier pigeons and claim that milestone.
Yep.
Okay.
We knew that was happening.
Is my turn.
Okay, sure. I definitely want to sell some stuff. I definitely want to give you... Oh, that's green, though. I'll give you blue. We'll find out.
Okay.
I'm going to sell some stuff.
Okay.
So I get $2. 1, 2, and then it's, let's see, I will sell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
That is gonna be 1 of each or 2 of each bird color, and that gives me
$8.
$8, and I will use that $8 plus these $4
Buy a duck pond.
to buy a duck pond.
Okay.
Whoa. There we go.
Very nice. You put a milestone down for that.
So then you put your cube up here.
I did,
right?
yeah. Oh, duck pond.
No, this one.
I did not do the duck pond cube. Yoke.
Okay.
Suckers. And then now I will hatch blue and whoa, come on now. Okay, well, we'll do that in a minute. I will hatch blue and I will hatch yellow, and you guys can have red.
Okay.
And then I'm hatching yellow. We will go 1, 2,
And then
3.
Mike's turn.
All right.
Oh no, that's actually fine.
So I'm going to use. You guys can have green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I will spend.
Oops.
Is it 10? Yeah, 10. 8, 9, 10. And there to get this.
Nice.
right there. And then I will hatch my blues. 2, 3, 4.
Oftentimes what I'll do is I'll just hover over the deck and hit the number, and so then I can like see what cards I get and then arrange them how I want. But
Got a green.
the elusive green.
You guys are in big trouble
Finally.
now.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
That is one of the more extreme levels of not seeing a color that I've seen in a little bit. But
and then I gotta do my yellow eggies.
Yellow eggies.
And then I will spend 2 to get a green bird.
Okay.
I probably should have done that first, but that's okay. And that's my turn.
Sweet. Did you lay yellow this turn?
Yeah, but
Yeah, so
You can do it in
you
the
can
right
just
order.
retroactively say you did it first. Yeah, usually it's good if you're getting birds to do it before you hatch or before you lay. Sweet. Very cool. Okay, so
Sweet.
next up we have the yellow contest. So we're going to be rolling dice equal to the birds that we have entered. So in this case, I'm going to be rolling a total of 6. So here are 4, and then we roll 2 more. Uh-oh.
Nope.
No birds. Okay.
All right, I get 4.
Yep, Evan gets 4. Evan got 1. Okay, and then Mike, you get 5 rolls at beating. Okay, man. Okay, Evan gets the win somehow. Okay, and so that means Mike gets 5, and I get 6 buccarinos.
Buccarino.
Okay, so then my turn starts. Uh-oh. Evan
There you
is
go.
dangerously close. Okay.
Dangerously.
Don't really want to give him.
Come on.
you can give me green now.
Yeah. And green doesn't actually help Evan. Really, it gives him 2 or 3 green eggs. He's pretty full up. Oh no, Evan.
You
I
don't know.
do not
You
know
don't know what I might
if
do.
I can stop you.
You don't know what I might do.
You winning that contest was definitely not something I was prepared to have to deal with. Let's see. I guess I will give you all green.
All right.
And then I will ditch.
Oh, we were supposed to.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Swippy swappy.
So red and blue are the colors that are for the contest. Okay, I think I need to try and go for that. So I will discard this. No, discard this, flip this over, and then use that to lay blue.
Mhm.
And then we'll go here, here, here. And then with the money symbol, I will do some selling. So I'm going to get my initial two. And then I think gonna sell some yellowy stuff. Let's go 1, 2, 3. I guess 4. I'm gonna sell these 4 to get $4. And then
Well, there's fivers.
Yeah, there are fivers.
That would have been.
And then I'm going to spend $12 to buy this duck pond.
Why would you do that?
Claim this.
Oh, anybody can do that?
Huh?
Well, there's 2 duck ponds.
Yeah,
so.
there's 2 duck ponds. One less than the number of players.
Oh, okay.
That's how it worked before. Visually, it was different. Like the circle
Gotcha.
being a big circle is something that I'm experimenting with.
Yeah.
Rather than
That's
multiple dots.
Not obvious at all.
Okay, got it.
Because these ones don't work that way.
Yeah. Like the idea was it's a bigger circle, but yeah.
Yeah.
I we can talk about it.
That's all good.
That was my turn.
Okay. So bow.
About
Bow. So I want to give away green.
green, okay.
And then I'll lay blue and red. 1. Actually, before I lay blue and red, I'm going to turn this to a money. Wherever it is, there we go. So I'll get $2. And I'm going to sell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those for, is that $3?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna lay red and blue.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And then that's your turn?
Yes. 1,
okay.
2, 3.
Go ahead, Mike.
4.
All right, we are going to you guys can have blue.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, that's not very good for me.
I'm going to buy a bird with this. And then I'll get that 2 back for using the money. And I'm going to go for green. And then I will not use my yellow and I'll flip this.
Okay, payday. 1 money for every
Payday.
pigeon.
I want my
carrier.
$2.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see. I want to try and go for that. Let us myself 4 birds. Okay, I'm gonna sell 1, 2, 3, and 4 to get me to 10 total money. And I'll spend that 10 money to get a Dovecote level. And I'll use the yellow to hatch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 beds.
7. Okay, and we'll go this.
Fancy.
And what do I not want to give up for sure? Not give up yellow for sure.
Or didn't you just use yellow?
Yeah. Blue is the next contest, but blue doesn't do anything for Evan. It is pretty good for Mike. I guess I'll give up blue.
Yeah, I should have one for me.
And then I will send a. I'll use this bird symbol to flip over my assistant. My turn.
So I will make yellow.
And I think that gets you the
Yeah.
4th milestone.
Yep. And then I spend a die. Oh, maybe I care which one I give to you guys.
I mean, if you win right now, it doesn't.
I'll give you. Oh, there we go. I'll give you green. I will spend a die to turn this into a money. And then I will indeed sell 3 eggs of each color and place my final milestone.
Yep. Yeah, no, you winning that last contest threw me off. I was not expecting it. You had the least going into that contest. Oh, man. But that's how it goes sometimes.
Yep.
And then 3. And that is Evan's 4th milestone. So the end is here.
Yep.
So Evan wins. And yeah, that was Dovecote. Its current iteration, anyways. I am interested to hear Evan's thoughts on the new stuff, but I am more interested to hear. Well, not more interested. I am very interested in what Mike's thoughts were, and it also I very much recognize that you sort of had a rough game due to an early decision that isn't even necessarily. I don't even think it was a bad decision. I think it just got compounded by getting a bit unlucky.
Yeah.
But that is still stuff that's going to happen to people that play the game. So I need to.
Yeah, Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, overall, I think it's really solid. I think you hit that gateway plus really well. With the decisions that I was making on my turn and everything like that. There was enough interaction between players where I felt like what I was giving up mattered. Initially, I didn't think that would be the case, but I was surprised at how much I had to consider what you guys were doing when deciding what die I didn't want to place. Yeah, I did make a poor decision early on, which might not have been a poor decision, but I think as the game stands, it was anyway. But mainly, it's kind of twofold. the carrier pigeons weren't my money makers, and they were never going to be. I don't think. When initially I thought that they were going to be, like if I went big money on the carrier pigeons, I wouldn't have to worry about selling anything. But I think this gaining 2 every time I got the money, which happened to roll a lot for me, ended up outpacing my carrier pigeons or anything that I could have gotten from my carrier pigeons. So with that in mind, going carrier pigeons early was a mistake. I think with the way you intended it, it might not have been a mistake, but with the way my dice played out and the fact that I never got a green one again, until late in the game, compounded it. But I mean, I don't know how you would like that was. There was just terrible luck on the draws because I was drawing green as often as I could.
One little thing that I would just want to say is my observation of this play test is I made selling a lot easier now, and I think I need to sort of pull back a little bit on how good selling is for getting money. I think it's not like it's not awful, but the amount of money that you can get with the money symbol sort of overshadows the carrier pigeons a bit more than I want it to. And this playtest in particular sort of highlighted that a good amount to me. So I think what you were experiencing is I agree with that, and I do think that that's something that I'm going to have to look at.
Yep, and then these, I don't know what the other ones are. There's 2 in each of these bags, right?
Oh yeah.
For the main ones.
Yeah. So
I kind of felt like these were all building towards the same thing. Like if you're going for 12, then you're also going to be going for this one and this one, and then this one's the only one that's like do something different.
Got it.
Right. And I don't know, can you lose the 12 if you sell?
If you've claimed the milestone, your milestone thing won't go away. But this is having 12 of the same color bird.
Oh,
if that wasn't clear.
I thought it was just 12 birds.
No, it's having 12 of the same color bird.
Gotcha.
That's what the equal is supposed to mean. These icons are something that for these milestones, like not having words on the milestones, is something that is very new. And so I am also curious on like you reading this differently is something that I need to
how many birds do people normally get?
Like having traditionally in the game, there's usually someone that has 24 birds at one point. Sometimes multiple people, but people can also win with just having their initial dovecote of 12 birds. So
okay,
between 12 and 24.
Yeah, because we got what the most we had was
18 is Evan. I have 19.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 per row.
Yeah, okay. The 4 carrier pigeons, the competitions I liked. I didn't like that I won the first one.
Okay.
Because I essentially got a place where somebody could just knock me off, and you guys got a bunch of money.
Got it.
So I don't know if the solution to that is pushing it so that they happen later. So you have like a linear path, and you're like, this one happens 8 turns in, this one happens 12 turns in.
It felt like the first contest happened too soon, is what you're saying?
It felt like I won the first contest too soon.
Got it.
And I didn't even have the most, right? So because I just put like a target on my back for putting that there, and you guys got the funds to help hit that target.
Okay.
But turns felt good, felt snappy. My
Play raised thing.
like the options that I had
Oh yeah.
on my turn. I felt like I was once I got used to it, I was able to parse through it pretty quickly, I think. So that was good. I would probably do it a lot quicker on the table.
Yeah. TTS is always a bit slower.
I do think the like valuation of these seems solid. Just from the initial play, like I felt like 10 was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to work to get that 10. And there was one other thing. Oh, this mat, there were maybe one or two times where it came in and there was like interplay where I was like, oh, I don't want to go for blue because then that'll cover up this one and I won't be able to get that red. And I wish there was more of that.
Okay.
So it's not really a criticism. Like I like the feeling.
You like that puzzle
of
element,
having to be like, oh, how do I want to place? Like, really worry about where I'm placing my eggs when I place them, instead of just saying, oh, here's a blue, 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 here's a blue. I can be like, here's a blue, but do I want to put it on that blue? Maybe not, because I want to wait for that green or something like that.
Interesting.
So that happened once or twice to me, and I liked that feeling. So if there's a way to kind of make this more, put more decision space into what's going on here.
Got it.
It might be good. These make sense to have these, and have it be 50%. I think that makes sense. I don't know, after a bunch of play tests, maybe you need to bump it from 50%, but I mean,
yeah, I'm sort of curious how it felt to you, because I did feel like you got bad luck in that sense, but like from your seat, the 50% seemed reasonable still, or did it
like
feel
knowing
like
that I had a 50% chance? It seemed reasonable. Whether that plays out in the actual space,
yeah.
I don't know. Have you played where these are just green and these are just blue and red?
We haven't done that because it removes a little bit too much of the variance. At least that's my sort of would be my understanding, is then it's a lot more just like calculating what is going to happen before your turns happen, which I don't think I want the game to be that. And the other thing is, if you get rid of a color, then you have no way of getting that color again. Or I guess I guess you can still buy a bird of that color. So yeah, no, you could get that color back. That's an interesting thought. The reason that I haven't is because I liked having the variance in the hatching of the birds, because the variance in the dice rolling is medium to high, not that high, because you have the ability to modify the faces. But it's an interesting thought. I might have to just try doing a quick little play test of it just to see how it feels.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if that's the right solution or if it's going to change the feel of the game, but
it's an interesting thought.
I was just curious.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I haven't actually done a play test with that.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, yeah, all those things, if you didn't change it, I'd still be happy to play
it. Well, that's good to hear. Excellent. If unless you have something else, Evan.
I'm gonna go through the comments first.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Kat says, I miss the cards you could buy. Which I do too, but that's okay. You're going for a different weight.
One thing, just to sort of respond to that, I am thinking about having the cards be something that would come with the game, but just not be something that would be like the first time play experience type of thing. And I'm still figuring out how I would make that work so it feels interesting. But that's
Right.
the sort of I want the first time play to be simple enough that it's not overwhelming.
Yeah. And Kat has also made the carrier pigeon mistake because income is important.
Yeah, the carrier pigeons I do want to be like a good thing to do, and one of the notes that I wrote down for myself is carrier pigeon uh, is definitely underpowered uh, compared to money symbol being able to just sell things from your as much as you want from your Dovecote to hit a specific number for something that you're buying. Slash after that carrier pigeon milestone, it gets filled up because the carrier pigeon feels weak. It's just like it becomes not interesting at all to send birds to be carrier pigeons. So yeah, that's definitely something that I recognize from this playtest, and yeah, I agree.
And then Sam says, "Am I wrong in thinking the game has become a fair amount shorter? 45 to 50 minutes is really nice for this game."
Yeah, I have definitely brought down the game length a good amount by cutting some stuff. I am trying to shoot for that um like 15 to 20 minutes per player is sort of my goal with this.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Which we did hit that.
and on TTS too. This game was a
Right.
little bit of a fast game.
It did. I ended it early.
Yeah, but it definitely, this is not super unusual.
Because I don't even think we got around to the second contest here.
Yeah, we didn't get to the second contest.
Or the third contest.
Or third contest. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Third.
Okay, yeah, so Duck Pond just visually let me know that two people can do that instead of just one. Because I was like, what? Because it changed like when I would have gone for it.
Mm-hmm.
I might not have done it that early because
Got it.
if I had known that somebody else could still do it.
For sure.
Not that I actually dislike the fact that, in -1 people can do it. I just didn't know. A couple of notes are just things that I always have opinions about that at this point you probably just don't agree with, and that's okay. Personally, I find the assistant more trouble than he's worth. Just say that you can discard a die to change the face of another die.
That is how we used to do it.
Right.
And
yeah, I think that's a lot more straightforward personally.
Okay.
But
yeah, we might go back to it. We'll see.
Yeah, the only real difference is you can like bank it, kinda.
Yeah,
and you get
that's
one freebie.
The reason is sort of because when players get down to their final die and it's like not a face that they could really utilize well,
right? Yeah,
then it's just like, okay, well, I can't do anything.
Yeah,
it's sort of
it makes sense. I don't know. To me, I don't know. I don't
totally.
know why it bugs me.
I get it.
And then the birds, I always want the birds to be colored, but I think you're pretty solid on the action breakdown now at this point, as far as like it making sense. I think you've settled into a really nice little summary there with just the 3 symbols and how straightforward they are.
Sweet.
So unlucky draws. You can fiddle around with percentages of different colors in those decks or just do the single color. I personally like the randomness, but I do feel like there should be a way out. And that way should be, if I buy a bird, I get to pick what color that bird is. Not what color it might be.
No, totally.
But what color the bird is.
I that is how we used to do it.
Right.
And the reason that we switched it is sort of cutting down on component.
Yeah, so basically, it's a touch fiddly, but I think it would feel a lot better if I could just be like, I'm going for a yellow.
And then
all right, I got a yellow. And then you can just put the other ones off the bottom or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's a good suggestion.
Like that is fiddly, and I don't love that. But I would prefer that over trying a bunch of times to get a green bird and never getting a green bird and being like,
and feeling,
you know what I mean?
And just to sort of add on to this, I don't mean to derail your train, but just I do also feel that using the bird icon to buy a bird does feel like a fairly underpowered action, and so it also then being like only got to do this one little thing,
And it
and
wasn't
it
the color I
wasn't the
wanted.
thing that I wanted.
Yeah.
Is I for that level, it sort of is an extra feel bad potentially.
Yeah.
So I think you're right in your assessment there.
Yeah. I like the milling. Like I'm not. I don't love that, but I think
Yeah.
it. You need to be able to choose what bird you buy. I think.
Yeah.
Um, Duck Pond. I'm glad that there was the art on the back. So yeah, you guys have already identified. Carrier pigeons still need to be better. There was
Yeah.
an idea that we had chatted about previously that I still really like,
hmm
which is little bonuses. Well, I don't know what
Oh.
happened to that bird. Little bonuses that you cover up and get, whether
hmm
it's like hatch one egg, take one bird, get $1, whatever the thing is, like an immediate you
hmm
covered this up bonus. And then, when you only get this payout 3 times because it's a short game, it doesn't feel so bad because you got something immediately for doing that.
hmm Yeah. I think when that was initially suggested, there was more reasons to that it might be challenging. I think I might want to come back to that idea now. I think it's I think we've cut away enough stuff that adding just a little bit there, I think wouldn't be a big problem
Yeah.
and would make it a little bit more enticing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree.
And then alternatively, or maybe additionally, I don't know, but it feels to me like the cash market is artificially inflated.
Okay.
Like you could just divide the cost of everything by 2 and still run the game exactly the same.
hmm Okay.
Um, you know, Dovecote levels are 5, carrier pigeon upgrade is 3, buying a bird costs 1, money symbol gives you 1. But then if you keep the carrier pigeons giving you 1, then that automatically bumps up that
It's just
power.
like is basically in the current economy, there'd be 2 each.
You would just have to reduce the payout when you sell, essentially.
Yeah, which I'm gonna have to adjust I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to adjust anyways.
Yeah.
Just the way that it is right now, I think it's already a little bit strong. It just was
Yeah.
easy, which is part of the reason that it's the
Right.
values that it is.
Right.
But
Yeah, it might have to be $1 for every 2 birds and 3 eggs or whatever. Who knows?
something like that. Yeah, I hear you.
But just the market does seem artificially inflated, where you
Mhm.
could just cut all the values in half,
Mhm.
and then make appropriate adjustments from there. But it's always been that, so I don't know why it was ever that and not less, but
I have tested it with them cut in half, and
it just feels better.
well, carrier pigeons became too good, and yeah, finding the right balance. We've changed enough things that have changed the economy that's easier to get money in
Yeah.
general now, so it might be good to test it again.
Yeah, who knows?
One thing on
Yeah, go ahead.
economy. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
For the sell action,
Mhm.
have you tried increasing the amount that you get?
What do you mean? Did your audio cut? Hello?
Oh, he's thinking really hard.
Is he frozen?
I think he's frozen. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, dramatic pause. Okay.
Dramatic pause. Cat says, "Oh,
Have
you
you
could
thought
just
about
flip.
increasing the amount that it gives?
You could just flip until you get it. I think that's in reference to when you buy a pigeon, you can flip until you get the one you want, but that should cost more. That's interesting."
Oh, and so then it's an extra choice. Oh, you're back. Hello?
I'm back.
He's back. Okay,
Yeah,
go
you
ahead, Sarah.
got cut off partway through your.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna ask if you tried taking away like guaranteed monetary gain,
Oh, the gain
and then
too.
just increasing the amount that you're selling birds and eggs for. Mainly because if you're selling a bird, you're taking away part of like your engine, right?
Hmm.
And your ability to produce eggs, your ability to hatch more
Hmm.
birds and stuff like that. So you would have that trade-off. I don't know if you've tried it that way.
So the way that it used to work, and there have been like a number of sort of somewhat big changes, big for me, maybe not so big for other people. Um, but the money symbol used to be two different choices. It was either gain two money or sell based on these contract cards to get money. Um, the reason that I wanted it something like this is because there are times where you have money symbols where you do not want to sell anything, and I don't want the money symbol to just not do something for you at that point. Um,
Mhm.
I I'm definitely gonna have to be tweaking with the numbers because I with this playtest what was very much highlighted was there is some economy issues that have arisen with these recent changes that I need to sort of scale some different elements to help fix that. Um, the iteration just before this, I think the economy was feeling a bit better, uh, at least to me. And so yeah, this is very fresh, and I'm definitely taking the suggestions that both of you guys had, uh, noting them for how I'm going to try and fix or test different solves for this problem. But um, yeah, anyways, that was the reason why it is the way it is right now, because I don't want symbols to not be able to do something for someone.
Yep. Um, so Kat was saying flip till you get the bird you want, but it should cost more if you do that.
Hmm.
Which that's interesting.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. The only reason that I would be against that is like it just sort of adds an extra thing that you could do.
Yep.
Like I feel like I would want to do one or the other,
Yep.
because I think most people would always do one or always do the other, unless just like having the option to pay one less or slightly less to get a
Yep.
random one. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting concept. I'm definitely going to be poking around with the flipping over idea, and that, I'll see.
Yep. And then she likes the carrier pigeon should be worth more income. And if you half the values, oh, like I was saying, does it make it harder to math? Yeah, maybe.
Uh,
Okay.
I mean, I feel like having the values would be somewhat easier to math, but it would cause more sort of division when calculating if you're selling birds and eggs,
Yeah,
because
right.
those. So, in some ways, yeah, maybe it would. I'll have to think about it.
Ooh, or what if you have to sell them in either pairs or sets?
Like birds and like a dozen or a half dozen eggs,
Like
or
it would have to be like two birds of the same color,
oh, interesting. Yeah,
or
I think there's.
four egg or three eggs of the same color or
I,
different colors. I don't know.
I would say one of the insights for people that have not seen this game much before, one of the biggest changes that I just made recently is really simplifying how you sell birds and eggs. It used to be a more sort of convoluted process,
I didn't
and
miss that at all, by the way.
that's good to hear. I in general like how simple it is to
Yeah,
be able to clear up your board,
yeah,
because that adds a lot more sort of strategy for like making space. Like is part of the reason that you might want to sell things. So I definitely think that I have room now, since I've cut so much, to add a little bit more complexity in how the selling works, or a little bit more, not necessarily complexity, but there's a little bit more choice in that or something.
yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Could do.
good idea.
But yeah, essentially, you I don't think I don't think there's any huge issues here. I like the streamline. I don't really miss anything you got rid of, other
Sweet.
than
It's always good to hear.
I did like some of those cards with the powers and stuff, but like you said, I don't think they're integral or necessary to the basic gameplay.
Yeah.
So they would be like an add-on or a expansion or a whatever,
Mhm.
probably.
Yeah, like, and there's lots of different directions that I could go with that. Like in a fairly early iteration, we essentially had those assistants as tiles that you could flip over,
Yeah, I
and so
remember.
like that could. I don't know how I would do it, but I do think that as a sort of either base box
Right.
expansion or something along those lines
Yeah, yeah.
makes sense for
Because
those.
I like those and I think they're cool, but yeah, definitely not. They're not the integral, part of the
Hmm.
base game.
Good.
Um, what else? That's mostly it, man. Like I think you've kind of honed it down to the basic core idea, aside from some of the little valuation
Yeah, economies
issues.
stuff.
Um, yeah, I still like it.
Sweet. I'm glad. It's I've definitely had a lot of fun with it, the design, and I've really appreciated all the feedback and all the sort of iterating process with this one.
Um,
And yeah.
let's why don't you tell us, what are your if after our
Oh
feedback,
yeah.
what sticks out and what are your next steps?
Yeah. I feel like we've or reiterated it a little
Yeah,
bit, but
probably.
I do think economy is one of the biggest things that I need to tweak around with and sort of lock in. Other little suggestions that uh, I am definitely going to adjust are things like, yeah, making it more obvious with the duck pond, the sort of how many people can get it. I was doing it where it's like just the number of these tiles out, but that's not as visually easy to notice as something in the center here or something along those lines. It could just be another tile. Like there's no reason that it can't be another tile that just has multiple dots. I guess I was trying to do something fancy or I don't know. Fancy is not the right word because it's definitely not fancy, but yeah. Um, and the carrier pigeons, that's sort of tied into the economy thing, but I do want to reapproach the placement bonus concept now that I have streamlined a lot of it. I think there's room for the placement bonus to be a interesting thing to make the carrier pigeons like more engaging. um yeah. uh Something that I have meant to say earlier on is this design is not just me. I have a design partner, Eric Hall, who is not currently in Portland right now, but we still work on this via TTS fairly often. And yeah, I just wanted to give him a shout out because I didn't mention him at all yet this stream.
I think I did. I think I actually wrote it in this time.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. I'm glad.
Hopefully I spelled Eric right. I'm always like, is it a C or a K? I think it is a C.
See, yep. Yeah, so that was my main sort of takeaways. Uh, oh, and also just rethinking about or thinking about the potential of getting stuck, and
Yeah,
but I think
right.
that fix of the you get to get the bird of the color that you want with the
Yeah,
bird symbol, I think will really help fix that.
yeah.
So cool.
Cool. Awesome. And Kat says, is there a way to turn off the arrow sound effect? I
Oh,
was like, probably, but I don't know how to do it.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get out of here and let the kids go home early, huh? So Mike, tell us again about yourself, what you're working on, and how people can find you and or support you if that's possible.
Um, yeah, right now just working on finishing up the quick set volleyball. Um, I'll figure out how to get that out into the world eventually. But in the near future, I think the 31st, I'll be playtesting Snacky Snack Cul-de-sac version 2.0
Nice.
here.
Awesome. I think I'll be here for that.
Nice. I probably will
Oh,
too.
Sasha, where can people find you
Oh,
and support you?
so I am popping into our Discord, which is linked in the description, is probably the best way if you have interest in sort of chatting or play testing any of the designs that me and my design partner Eric are working on, including Dovecote. That's a great place to sort of, just be able to play some of the games. We also have a Facebook page for this game. Just Dovecote, the board game, is the Facebook group. I said page, but I meant group. And those are the two main ways. Also, just Sasha Jelten on Facebook. If I don't usually just add random people, but you can still probably just reach out if you had questions or inquiries. Yeah.
And I just thought of one more thing. It would be
Okay.
cool if the duck pond had some just little minimal static ability also. But anyway, to make it more complex. No, you don't need to do that. I am Evan Halbert. Go by After the Empire, and everything I ever make. The next thing coming out that I had anything to do with is one of the additional games in Emily Willix's Bah Humbug. So go check that out. There's like 13 games in the box, all by 13 different designers, which is pretty darn cool. And yeah, we'll see you all next week. Anything else? What did I miss?
Well, I just wanted to say thanks, you guys, because I didn't say that yet. I do really appreciate the feedback, and especially, well, I don't need to make a comparison. I am really always very thankful for new eyes on the game and trying out the game. But then, obviously, Evan, you've played this several times, and I always appreciate the feedback.
Even if it's the same.
No, that's good.
All right, guys. Mike, thanks again for coming on. Sasha, as always, it's good to see you, my friend. And thanks for the small army that showed up in the chat tonight. Sam says good night as well.
Thanks for watching. I look forward to playing your game designs more.
All right. Night, y'all. We are